Sweet Eats. Today is Tuesday, 23 January 2024. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi. This is my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi. And I am doing Franz cinnamon swirl bread. It comes sliced. And so this is another Franz item. And one I have not featured before. So I'm going to do 3 slices. This is going to be for my morning snack. And each slice is 120 calories. 2.5 grams of fat, 1 milligram iron, and 21 milligrams calcium. So it's actually pretty good on the nutrients. All right, so I'm just gonna go through these. So here's the slice. It's got little sugary, buttery chunks and then cinnamon swirls. I'm not a I need my bread toasted or kind of person. I can do it toasted and non-toasted. And breads like this I tend to like plain and non-toasted. So returning to a link to the video, my notes video yesterday from reading a book on reputation risk. The one by Garrett Honey, 2016 Routledge edition, A Short Guide to Reputation Risk. This one. Oh, I read it yesterday evening and put out a notes video, and I brought up with YouTube how some people can kind of attribute their YouTube success to their sponsors, like number of views, number of subscribers, and stuff like that. I would say there's a nuance to that is kind of like in watching YouTube channels, it's sponsors, but then it might also just be like, for example, the cheerleaders in high school are all behaved the same way and tended to have a similar look and tended to be of the same height and tended to do their hair the same way, talk about their hair and their treatments and their nails, and you know, they kind of all work the same. Them and like kind of the drill team, and not so much flags, but those two. And so sometimes it's not necessarily about sponsors, it's about watching a YouTube channel. It's like, hey, they're the same as the cheerleaders I went to high school with. I don't know, I didn't necessarily like all the cheerleaders, maybe not the ones who acted like this YouTuber. However, I might subscribe to this channel versus someone who doesn't have that kind of social fit, so to speak, because it's something I know or am familiar with, right? So I know what I'm getting into on this channel. This channel will put everybody down and then say everybody else is tearing everybody down or tearing them down, when really it's just them, right? Kind of thing. All right, second slice. So it's not that in subscribing to the channel that I like the person. No, quite the opposite. I could very much dislike the person, but I might like the videos and watch the videos all the way through, kind of thing. Just because I know that kind of bad and I've interacted with that kind of bad in my life, so I know how to neutralize it. All right. It does not, yeah. Or if there are a bunch of people like that in my social network, it might be good to watch someone I don't really like. All right? I might, in watching this YouTube channel, then later in social interactions, pick up on so-and-so just did what I saw on that YouTube channel. That little thing I thought of, that what would I do if I were in person in this situation? I can use on this person in real life. All right? So it's not, so if somebody had like over 1 million subscribers and was like that, and I'm sitting here pretty at 802, triple digits, man. Sometimes, oh, where am I going? How does that relate to sponsors? There were some kids who would frame their entire look and how they acted and all that stuff because they wanted to be the Kool-Aid kid. See where I'm going with this? So whether somebody has a sponsor or not, they can change their entire performance, so to speak, because they want to look like they're that sponsored by that, whether they are or not. And since the Kool-Aid kid had a certain look or personality, I might subscribe because they fit that sponsor role, whether or not they get sponsored, kind of thing. And some people might get sponsorships because they're like, I love this, yes, and I don't care that I am the stereotypical such and such boy or such and such girl, right? They like it, and it's just a fit. Versus somebody like me who doesn't have sponsorships. I was one of those kids growing up where they were like, Tanis, you're never gonna have any sponsors. You don't really fit anything. Well, my number of subscribers show that, doesn't it? And I have not had a sponsor to date. And the personality types who told me I would never have a sponsor are the ones, you know, getting sponsors and a bunch of subscribers. 100,000 or more. So on the flip side, if one's going for being a unique person, having less than 20,000 subscribers might mean, for an extended period of time, like multiple years, it might mean you've done it right. Because that's something that, yeah, would be concerning, right? Well, I mean, I don't think those people going for all the subscribers and stuff are necessarily about being unique, right? Especially seeing the content that comes out tends to be big brands, big themes, big fads, big trends, not necessarily about distinguishing themselves. Delicious. I'll give it a 36 out of 10. So happy sweet eats and revisiting my book, reading notes from yesterday. I'm going to link that video in the video description. Happy day and time of viewing to you whenever you're viewing this, and happy place of viewing wherever you're viewing this from.